Melissa's tweeted, yeah, Portugal never played Bruno and Ronaldo together. A couple of years ago when they won the Nations League is a different matter. It was a different Cristiano Ronaldo. What we've seen at Juventus over the last couple of years is probably worth having a look at. But if you look at Portugal's results recently, 5-0 win, 3-0 win, 3-0 win, 3-1 win, all against Qatar, Azerbaijan, Qatar again, and Luxembourg. Last couple of big games they played, they lost to Belgium, lost 4-2 to Germany, and drew with France. Listen, I think when you've got some of the other players that Portugal have got, I'm looking at the Manchester United squad. I'm looking at their lack of really solid leadership in centre midfield, defensive central midfield, and that's why I'm saying you cannot, if you're Man United with that squad, you cannot play Bruno and Ronaldo together. So forget Portugal, that's a completely different matter, okay? And by the way, I didn't see them winning the World Cup. But you cannot play them together at Man United and win the Premier League title. You might finish second, you might finish fourth, you might even finish sixth. You're not going to be the best team in the league because what you're doing there is you've got 8 outfield players who might be working hard trying to defend and 2 who simply aren't. You can't carry that. Look at how hard Manchester City work when on the rare times they're not in possession of the ball. I mean, Man United on Saturday, they might have had more percentage of possession, but they weren't dominant in possession. They gave up the ball so much. You've seen Bruno give the ball away. I'm saying Ronaldo doesn't work hard, but Bruno gives it away way too much.
And when you consider the two teams, the way Leicester press compared to Manchester United press, that gives you the answer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why they overran them in midfield.
Correct.
That's why they dominated.
Let's speak to Mo, a United fan. What do you think, Mo?
Hello, guys, first of all.
Hiya.
John, I'm much in the same boat as you, I must admit. I've defended Ollie for as long as I can remember. First came in, I was like, you know what, Manchester legend, bit like Lampard at Chelsea, demands a certain bit of respect. You sort of think, no, he's going to take the team somewhere. I mean, I've been defending him now for coming up 3 years, and I think I'm just got to the point where I don't think I can legitimately defend him anymore.
I think it'd be hard for a United fan to defend Solskjaer. Do you think there's any remote chance that you will win the league? I mean, I'm even hearing some people, pundits, ex-Man United players, ex-teammates of Solskjaer, kind of defend him by saying he's got too many good players, which I find absurd.
That is an absurdity. I mean, do Man City have too many good players?
What he could have is too many egos that he's finding hard to control.
And Pep's a manager. Yeah, sorry, Pep's a manager, isn't he? Who can do that? Pep's a manager who leaves big names out, huge names out,
but gets the results to back it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at the last time Ollie left out a major figure. We had the ex-honcho putting in words to not even football players that were picked up by the media, and he's then had to change his approach.
Oh, and by the way, the media got blamed for that as well, which I find very, very funny. Mo, thanks for the call. I totally get what you're saying. Maybe a stronger manager with respect to Ollie, maybe a stronger personality will be able to, just by mannerisms, not by being rude, not by confrontation, but just by what he does,
it's
the way
It's a presence aid.
But maybe you could overshadow that presence. Yeah, it's hard, but you've got to be the right man to do it.
A manager like Zidane comes in, or Conte. Do you think they're going to be bothered about what Ronaldo thinks, or you know what I mean,
or what Fergie thinks,
or Sancho, or Greenwood? They're going to manage. They're used to managing big name players. You got to remember, he's managed Cardiff and Mulder.
Yeah.
He's had no big name players to manage.
Alex is a United fan. What do you want to say, Alex?
Hi guys, you alright?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, just first of all, it's obvious. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactical acumen is just inferior to all the other top managers in the league. You know, the balance of that United on Saturday was absolutely. It was a joke. You can't play Matic and Pogba in a 2 against a side like Leicester. You can't do that. And he's obviously been undone. He's got overrun in midfield. He's done it so many times in the Champions League where he's made awful decisions. So I just don't think he's up to it. And you can obviously argue, we've not got a good midfield. But even if you bring someone like Declan Rice in, I mean, does he solve our problems? I think it's the way he sets up and the players he puts out on the field sometimes. You You cannot play Matic and Pogba in a two at the King Power Stadium under Brendan Rodgers. You cannot do it.
I totally agree with that. On Rodgers, Alex, thanks for the call. Paulie has tweeted saying Brendan's bottled fourth twice in a row and you claim he's better than Ollie. I think what I'm saying, and I think you're saying as well, I think he would do a better job with the players at Man United. Clearly, United have got better players than Leicester City, so maybe Brendan overachieving there. When you think about he's working at the back, an injury hit, Justin's been out, Fofana's been out. He's working with Johnny Evans, who is not quick, he's not mobile, but he's still reading the game well, so he's using him to the best of his ability. He's turning Soyuncu into a player. I never thought this was possible. He's turned him into a player who's respected across Europe.
Yeah.
So, come on. I mean,
he's handled
seriously?
Maddison well. Maddison's not his form's been great. He started him
obviously.
Best out of Vardy still. He put Iheanacho up front with Vardy against Manchester United. He hadn't always done that. So tactically, he knew exactly what he had to put out there to beat Manchester United.
And a quick one, Paulie. I mean, do you seriously, if you're a United fan and you've got the two of them in front of you, Brendan Rodgers, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who you're saying, yeah, I want him to be the manager. It's up to you. It's your choice. You pick who you want.
Right, just put it down as top trumps, mate. If you're playing top trumps and you put all the top 10 managers on top trumps, where do you think Ollie he'd get trumped on everything?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, by the other 10 around him. He'd get trumped by everybody.
Might be of the same level as Steve Bruce. Is that harsh on Steve?
Well, would he be? I think it's harsh on Steve Bruce.
You might be right, yeah. And very quickly, this one says, add Maguire and Wan-Bissaka to the list of never going to happen players. I think Maguire's already happened. He clearly wasn't fit enough to come back on Saturday. So it'd be
you can't argue that he's been...
He had a terrible game Saturday, but I don't think he's fit.
Most of the time, he's been a success for Manchester United.
I would agree, yeah.
Or over the time he's been there. Come on.
I think he's proved those doubters wrong.
Yeah.